There is a direct correlation between lack of consistency and hopelessness. Now, many of y'all like, duh. It's not a duh moment because most of you guys don't even realize when hopelessness has set in. I've seen it in myself. I see it in my clients. And really quick, my name's Yannick. And this year, I am helping people, specifically women, get back on their authentic path, to find their authentic path, their God given path, so they can do their thing this year, not next year. But anyway, and I bring this up because I posted a video about why people have challenges with consistency. And consistency is key for everything that you do. Most people are waiting for a big moment, like, whew, man, if God just allowed me to win the lottery, if I can just get da 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 to pop off. And it's just like they're looking for this one big moment. And we fail to realize that although those things can happen, it's really what we do day to day that makes the difference. And one of the things that hopelessness does is it makes you pray, wish, and hope for that big moment because you can't find the energy to do the day to day. So if that's you, just tune in because this is what you need to do. The first thing I want you to do, because these are three things that you can do to turn this situation around. And the first thing I want you to do is to, now I know for some of y'all, you're like, what? I want you to anoint your house. This is why I attack everything spiritually first before I attack anything in the natural. You may not have realized that the spirit of hopelessness and depression is sitting in your environment. So go through your house, pray over every door, pray through every room, and declare that hopelessness, you have to get out of here. You got to get out of my house. You got to get out of this environment. Change what you're listening to. If it's all about sadness or these people keep doing us wrong, anything that promotes any sort of negative pattern or cycle of repeat, or anything that is more focused on you being a victim and being victimized and injustice, turn that off. This isn't the season for that. Not when you're dealing with, the spirit of hopelessness. Turn all of that off. Go through your house. Do you have any reminders of failures all throughout your house? Old pictures, old relationships, what anything that reminds you of a season of lack. Take it out. Take it out, take it out, take it out. And just begin to say, hey, look, we are not hopeless. This is a season of joy. Things are moving. This is my year of abundance. And walk through your house and say that. Walk through your house and say that. Open the windows, friend. Open the shutters. Let some light in. Don't sit in a dark room and all of these different things and wonder why you don't have the energy to get up every day and just do the small things that'll lead to your success. So that's the first thing is I want you to go through that house, pray through that house. Look, I have done it before. I've done it recently. Hey, in the name of Jesus, spirit of hopelessness, you must leave. I promise you it works. If you need help, DM me. And don't let people make you feel like you're crazy for doing this. I'm telling you it works. The second thing that I want you to do is I want you to get into some sort of community or get some sort of mentorship. The reason being is oftentimes we don't have the voices speaking into us and supporting us and collaborating with us to keep us focused on what needs to happen. When hopelessness has set in, sometimes you're in such a cycle of depression, hopelessness, anxiety that your thought patterns are on repeat. And sometimes you need to be in a group of people that are going to disrupt that thought pattern until you've learned how to rewire your brain, until you start thinking and seeing things differently, and until you're able to catch yourself. Because you could have been in this cycle for 10 years. I've seen it where people have been thinking like this and been in this pattern for 20, 30, and 40 years. And so their brains are so wired and geared towards giving up, hopelessness, things never work out, what have you, that they're unable in the beginning to really catch when their mind is thinking as a victim and not as a victor. And the third thing that I want you to do is I want you to journal everything that you've accomplished. What are the little things, like the little things that you thought you wouldn't be able to do that you did? Or the little blessing that God gave you. Like, hey, I thought I wasn't going to have the money for this. Boom, the money came through at the last minute. I when I was in school, I never thought I would be able to, pass XYZ test, and I found a way. And just start thinking back on all the little things where you've overcome, because that's going to remind you of, you've seen this before. It's just maybe this time you've had a little bit more difficulty snapping out of it. And you want to repeat these three things as often as possible until you can physically, because I can feel it in my gut and in my chest whenever a spirit has lifted, and whenever I'm in a new space, and whenever my mindset has switched and I have a different amount of energy about life and about challenges, because you have to be able to really lift that off of your shoulders, because everything that you want to accomplish is going to require you to overcome challenges, and it's nearly impossible to overcome challenges when you're dealing with the spirit of hopelessness. So I hope this helps. And if you need extra help, because I know this is just the layer, I have a group that meets every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Sometimes it's Thursday, depending on the schedule, but every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Go to my bio, click the link, and join the group. We discuss these things and we attack our goals spiritually and naturally and, strategically.